Pietism, which teaches that Christianity should be a purely private matter and that God's law should have nothing to do with the governance of nations, always tells us that we're wasting our time to be involved in trying to see good laws established in our nation. They mock it as mere moralizing. For example, if someone becomes involved in trying to pass laws against abortion, the Pietist immediately objects and says, that's an utter waste of time. Women are not saved by not having abortions, but by hearing the gospel. We should just preach the gospel. Though what the Pietist says sounds spiritual, in reality it works against his position of men coming to know Christ. Not to mention, promotes lawlessness in society. First, the law of God should be honored among men, and one way it is honored is that it is reflected in the laws of a nation. Second, the preborn should be protected from murder and an unjust death. And third, people who are involved in abortion are more apt to see their guilt and therefore their need for Christ if the laws of the nation do reflect the law and justice of God. These truths do not contradict what the Pietist is trying to accomplish, seeing men won to Christ. These two positions are not opposed to each other. In fact, it is the hope of both positions to see men won to Christ. The Pietist simply misunderstands that his position actually hinders precisely what he is trying to accomplish. The point is, good law which affirms or mirrors the law and justice of God helps men to see their need for Christ. Bad law which impugns or contravenes the law and justice of God helps men ignore or justify their sin. When the law and justice of the magistrates mirrors the law and justice of God, people are more readily able to see God's justice and therefore their guilt before him for violating his law. But when the magistrates rebel and make law contrary to the law of God, it hinders people from clearly seeing their sin and guilt, and hence their need for Christ. To learn more about the doctrine of the lesser magistrates, go to lessermagistrate.com.